everyone. I've got a nice sunshiny shopping day ahead. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Morris. Good morning. I haven't seen chickens yet, but I'm hearing chickens. Hi, guys. Good morning. I love that filtered sunlight through the trees. It's great. Hi. Hi, guys. Here, let's just stack these until tonight. Here you go. I don't have a lot of time out here this morning because trying to get in our walk before shopping. All right, let me see if I see these guys. And it's good if they're not all the way down here, less to try to get them to go to their spot. Surprised they didn't hear me and run. Usually they hear me and they come a-running. Well, it's not good. There's my two normal guys, and then there's like a rooster over there now. Good morning. Come on. Come on. You want your food, you gotta come to your normal spot. Well, I only got one of them to go to the normal spot. Oh well. The rooster being loose is not good. Figured you followed me. He goes, I gotta make sure you're safe, Mom. Gotta make sure you're safe. Thank you for following me back. He really seems to understand that he just shouldn't mess with the chickens. I mean, I assume he feels they're gonna mess with him, so therefore he doesn't mess with them. Hi, Marty. It's everybody's time to use the bathroom. We eat, we go, just like people. It's a lot of construction noise, but there's also out there a lot of bird activity this morning. Don and I are going to clean out the bluebird boxes at South Park and the environmental park, the ones in the parking area this weekend. And then we'll try to catch the ones down in the environmental park and down the trail as fast as we can. But the ones at the park, around the parking area, are the ones that get the most use. And oh, by the way, we need to do the 3 in our yard, although I think we've already cleaned those out and checked for a good nesting cup, but we'll double check. Hey, good morning, Sweet Pea. Good morning. Hi. Good girl. Good girl. We're out here walking and somebody has had them a party. Well, we are enjoying this really pretty day, but I wanted to take a minute and say how devastating it was to learn of that American Airlines helicopter crash going into the Potomac yesterday evening, and the families affected, and it just, I haven't seen a lot of who yet. I guess we're waiting to see what high-level Army official might have been in the helicopter. What VIP guest or whoever it was, plus what happened to allow that, what went wrong that could have happened, because a lot of us, it looked like, it appeared on video the helicopter went straight for the plane. So I don't know, that's nighttime and stuff. There's been after that initial video, there's been a second video now that showed it a little bit better. Anyway, all the people working on trying to save people and the heartache for them. These first responders have such a hard job, but thank God somebody's willing to come after us if we're involved in something like that. So
I would say that the plane looked like it was where it needed to be, and I've got to believe it was on its approved via the traffic control landing pattern. I mean, if it was too low, the air traffic control would have been screaming at it. So I gotta believe it was on where it needed to be. And I hate to say it, but I suspect the helicopter was where it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, you would not think that the age of the person and the fitness of the person flying the helicopter would be, you know, the kind of person that could have had a heart attack while they were driving the helicopter or something. But you know, time will tell. Anyway, it's heart-wrenching to have, you know, had that happen last night. I guess all I can say is thank God it wasn't an even bigger aircraft. The other thing is I think it's fair to say you guys know we support Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination for HHS Secretary. And our journey started after my breast cancer in 2011 of trying to get healthy. Maybe Don's a little bit before that when they told him he had prediabetes.
Right.
But certainly after he got with me and my health. We watched Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and Thom Tillis. I know we talked to a whole bunch of people. It was a 3-hour and 15-minute. We watched some highlights. Good for us to have watched what Thom Tillis had to say, because he is our senator and we're not particularly aware of how he is when he talks. I mean, we've seen a few things he's done, but it's always good to know your senator, whether you support him or don't support him. Or I think my thing for 2025 is go to the source. I don't need people telling me, and I'm just gonna, you know, what Thom Tillis said. I want to hear what he said. I want to see his body language. I want to watch his facial expression. He actually posted something on X that made me think he might have been against Kennedy's nomination. And then when I watched him last night, it sounded to me like he was for his nomination. But I don't need people interpreting for me his position and what he said. I just want to hear for myself. And Don and I both felt, because, you know, we've got a little sanity check with each other, he seemed pro the vote. Don got a little frustrated with me 2 or 3 times watching Elizabeth Warren. I think I'd mostly settled down by the time we watched the Bernie Sanders clip. I was really upset that she kept cutting him off and wouldn't let him answer. He does have a speech impediment, and I thought, I'm not talking politics here or party here. I'm just talking about you're interviewing somebody and you're not giving them a chance to answer, and that's not right, regardless of which side of the aisle is on which side of the interview. So I was pretty mad at her, and I may have had a few choice words for her. Full disclosure, I'm not too happy with her anyway, but she did nothing yesterday to redeem herself. And anyway, I don't know. This really matters to me, and I've got reasons why it matters, which I'll mostly save you from right now. But this really matters to me, and for me, I think for Don too, it all comes down to follow the money.
Right.
Yeah. You care about your power and your money. You know, you get lobbied from the pharmaceutical companies. You get money from them. No? Yes?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. They're buying it. What I was thinking when you were pointing the camera at me is that I wish Kennedy would have said, "Look, folks, I think it was 800 people died from measles in the U.S." And that's with our current vaccine policy.
I think it was 500.
Yeah.
But it was a small number relative to other deaths from other diseases.
Right.
A very small number.
A small number. And oh, by the way, this metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes things, it's killing people right and left. How many people die from heart disease, diabetes, and all these other things? I don't particularly give a fluke about, vaccines are vaccines. As long as they can prove their safety and efficacy, if they've got the data, no problem. They'll stay there. You vaccine or not, that's your choice. But what I'm going to do if HHS secretary is I'm going to fix the food. I'm going to get rid of the ultra processed stuff, all this stuff that's basically killing us slowly. It's terrible that vaccines, you die really fast, but you either live or you die, pretty much. And I mean, I understand there's way more nuance than that, but the whole point is everybody's worried about vaccines and the handful of lives relative to all the other health crises which have worse outcomes. I mean, what do you want to do? Is say a dad with 2 kids and a wife, and he drops dead when he's 45 from heart disease because he did uncontrolled diabetes.
Right.
This kind of stuff that happens, and I wish he would have just said, "Look, I'm going to fix the health of the U.S. Vaccines is part of it, but it's just a small part."
Right. Well, I'll close it here because we got to hop in the car and go. But, you can only answer the question that you're asked. And Elizabeth, God, if he tried to even go off a little bit, she wasn't. She wasn't.
He was going to make himself rich while he was in, just
right.
like everybody else.
Yeah, just like everybody else would try to tell me she hasn't used her office for her betterment. I don't believe it. Yeah, and then I'm sorry. I guess I am deep diving into Elizabeth's conversation, but they're asking her and Bernie both were asking him, like, do you believe in climate change, and are you going to help freeze prices on, or get our pharmaceutical prices in line with Europe or Canada or other places, and a couple of other questions. And I was thinking to myself, you can ask for his support, but he has no vote. And, these are legislative issues for Congress and the Senate to take up, the legislative branch. This is not the HHS secretary's thing. So his personal belief on whatever. And I think he answered the question as best as he was allowed to actually answer it, just fine. But again, why are you asking him this, and what does it matter for HHS secretary? There's so many things we can tackle. We can stop spending money to help feed people that need assistance with sugary drinks. Really, if I want us to help feed people that need assistance with food, but I don't want to help them by giving them sugary drinks. So, and that goes for fruit juice too, by the way, because I consider no better than soda. There's so many little things we can go after. Tom Tillis talked a little bit about the waste he sees in the school lunch cafeteria. Yeah, I mean, seriously, kids are not going to eat those not grade A apples with the skin on them or even sliced. They're just not going to eat it. They're going to throw it in the trash. You really ought to look at little kids sometimes, and if they haven't been handed a bunch of sugar, what choices do they make when they want to eat? And it's often not the stuff. You would think humans would innately understand before they get corrupted by sugar what their body should eat. Just like animals in the wild know what they're supposed to eat. But then we start messing with it with all these additives and messing that up. And I don't know. What else am I leaving out, Donnie? Because I was trying to think of a couple small things we were hoping they would do.
Right. Well, you touched on the SNAP program, that these things are determining what all these people are. The government will allow them to eat, and the things that they should, they won't. And they won't fund that stuff.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. We really need to revise the food guidelines based on real scientific data and not what's good for farm subsidies, and back off on some of the farm subsidies. I'm talking about soybeans here and some other things that are ruining our health. I don't want to subsidize the things that truly aren't good. So we can start out by modifying the food pyramid, which Don and I think is a crock of untruths. So that would be a good thing for Kennedy to tackle. Put some emphasis behind. And I want the truth about vaccines. I want the option to take them if I want to take them. It's my choice. I want choice. I want choice for everybody. And I want to know the truth about them. I don't, because of liability, I don't want to hide data to tell us the truth, especially about mRNA vaccines. I did finally, after 2 years, change work to be guardian angel. So it knows where I'm headed today. Well, you got to figure I always drive on Tuesdays and Thursdays. God, is that really all I drive? Well, we're out most days, but not necessarily in Ruby. Anyway, so at least there's a 50-50 chance that Guardian Angel is where I'm headed when I leave the house. So that is, plus I'm on the board of directors now, so technically it could be considered work anyway. Ruby still hasn't gotten an update, and I guess what we should have been talking about this morning at the park, instead of the HHS secretary nomination hearings, whatever, was the earnings call yesterday, which sounded really good. That wasn't what I wanted to say, but I cleaned it up, okay? Elon was very positive, and I know he has a history of being positive and things taking longer than he thinks or wants them to take, but him being positive is positive. You know, full disclosure, I'm not too upset with Elon. I'm really not upset with him at all. I'm not too upset with Elon. So, I'm just not. And, so lots of optimism is being built this year. I'm sure you saw the summary from other people, so I'm not going to try to cover it all. Model Y is being built, the new Model Y being built at all the places we build Teslas, I think, basically, very quick. Still thinks there's a cheaper car coming, or other new product drops this year in the car segment. Not giving up on solar panels, solar roofs, as the way to go. We don't obviously understand exactly why that rolled out as slow as it did. Ramping up a new product in that market harder than they thought, or some problems with material sourcing, or I don't think we really know. I'm sure somebody out there has a great video speculating on that, but and then the thing you're all waiting for me to comment on is the Hardware 3 needs an upgrade prior to full self-driving on Hardware 3 cars being unsupervised, right? The final release, it's here, it's whatever. And you know, me and Don have talked with our friends. We've talked with our friend Andy a lot, and also Adam and some, other people locally at the users meetups in Cary when the local owners group meets. And, saying that Hardware 3 is going to need another upgrade in order to be full self-driving is not a shocker. It didn't shock anybody, right? Maybe it shocked people that Elon was finally able to admit it. One guy was basically saying, I think last night, that, we're not done trying to make it work. And then Elon was like, yeah, it's going to require hardware. I don't know if they were talking cameras this time, but they were definitely talking the chip in the glove box, I guess. So, I have two comments on that. Number one is, I don't really care if Ruby ever fully drives herself unsupervised, but don't take away my ability to drive her the way I'm driving her now. And here, let me put on autopilot. And number two is, what I think is going to happen is they will keep offering incentives for people with Hardware 3 cars to buy new Teslas, and then they won't put full self-driving back on those cars, I guess. So that original robo-taxi fleet will never be the robo-taxi fleet. And so they're just gonna try to incentivize owners to get a new car. And I know there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna be, he promised me and he's gonna make my car work, and I'm never gonna get a new car, even though I normally would trade in at 6 years. I'm gonna go 12 years in this car and he's gonna make it work no matter what, by golly. So I don't know. For Ruby, what will happen, speculation, is they'll come out with the hardware that makes the 3 and the Y upgradable, because that's the larger segment of the fleet, and Ruby will be waiting a long time. A long time. It slows down to 25 there, and she's doing 23. Now, she slowed a little more aggressively than I would like for her to have slowed, but she's at least not speeding through downtown. So even if they do figure it out and start upgrading cars like they did the last time, Ruby's not going to be at the top of the list. Maybe Jules. Maybe Jules. Jules is a Y. Jules is, 3 years newer. It's a 2020. But Ruby's going to be waiting a while. Yeah, the sooner they get working on that so that we don't have lawsuits from people that feel like they deserve to have full self-driving work on their hardware 3 cars, that they feel like they can say that that's the only reason I bought the car is Elon promised me I could make money off of my car. Well, we got to do, from a shareholder's perspective, obviously we're going to have to address this, but I suspect it will be a long time in the addressing, and in the meantime, to appease the larger segment of customers and the cars aging out of the amount of time that the American consumer holds on to them, they will offer FSD transfers again. So I said the other night, I'm waiting on a front camera, a lower front camera like, the Cybertruck and the new Model Y Juniper has. And I'm waiting on ambient lights. And on my Model X, I don't need a lot of luxury, but I don't know now if it's doing it or not, but things I care about that my car doesn't currently do, I want to the trunk to open for me when I approach it with groceries and stuff without having to reach over and hit the button. And I think there was one other thing that I put up, the text that I really want too, but there's 3 or 4 things my car doesn't have that before Don and I would really start, the conversation would get more than, casual, would be for these other features to get added. So I guess for me, what I'm trying to say is they need to refresh the X at least one more time for me, because I do feel like there'll be a few things that I like about this level car that I'd be giving up. By the way, I'm doing 23 and it's 35 here now. So when he came out of the 25 zone, this truck never sped up. But because Ruby's driving and I'm running my mouth, I don't really care. And it's only 10:28. I'm actually not running late today at all, and it's all good this morning. It's all good. I don't know. He could be not from around here and confused about the speed limit. I don't know. He braked there for seemingly no reason. Maybe that's because I think this person just doesn't know where they're going. He's going 16 now. I'm just gonna give him grace to figure out where it is he needs to go. My turn's just up the, through this stoplight here, and I just don't need to worry about it. I am gonna say on autopilot, I'd like Ruby right this minute to have her turn signal on. Okay, I'm not waiting for her to stay behind the truck, not get in the right lane to make the turn into Guardian Angel, etc., etc. At the light up in Holly Springs, I can't get her to stay, I guess I can't get her to stay left, and here she stayed left. I still feel the cars on FSD need to make better decisions. I'm not going to re-engage it now, so I'm turning in. But I need them to make better decisions about when I go from one lane to 2 or more, which lane do I want to pick? Because to me, as a driver, it's so critical that I pick the right lane immediately so that I'm not left trying to change lanes right after, the number of lanes increased. I want her to know. I want her to think a little bit more about the navigation. I realize it's a lot visual, but the car can say, if available, you should choose the right lane in the programming stack versus, or, every time this car goes through that intersection in the left lane, she moves the car to the right lane, or however they want to figure out, I really need to pick which lane is the priority lane. We need a priority lane through the intersection sub-command or something, because I'm just not seeing that happen. And yeah, today is full switch over to reds and pinks and purples again. This afternoon, I'm going to do the mini flags and the inflatables. There may be a little gnome Valentine's Day inflatable coming. I warned Dawn. It was on sale on Amazon. Well, I'm going to try to do outside, and then I might do the shower curtains in the 2 bathrooms, which then will lead to the dishes and the hand towels in the kitchen. I'm not, obviously I'm not going to finish today, but, I don't know, maybe I could finish everything I wanted to do except for putting away the village tree. It's pretty much empty now and ready to do that, but I don't think we're going to have time to mess with it before Saturday because we've got to drive to Durham tomorrow. I don't care. It's, it's not in our way over there. It's pretty. It's fine. I'll start decorating it with Valentine's Day stuff if we leave it there too long. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to at least do the outside, and then, I never like to overcommit. I like to set reasonable expectations. So I'm going to do the outside stuff, and then I might do a little bit inside. We'll see. We'll see. Yesterday's video, I had to modify it and resend it, and that's why it was so late. I forgot the most important footage in the video, which was Dawn putting the AMS unit, installing it in the garage for me. And so when Dawn shoots me content, I do have to take some extra steps to remember to include it. And I'm going to sneeze. Oh God, not again. That's like the 10th time this morning. Oh God, please just let me stop sneezing. My whole life's been like this. Anyway, I forgot Dawn's content. I had to redo the video, resend it. It's out there now. Sorry it was late. That's why it was late. I'm sure you guys wonder sometimes what happened. That's what happened, at least yesterday. And Johnny said he's headed to a new cat cafe in Charlotte down by the university today with one of his friends. He asked if it was okay if he, spent a little money over there. He's really good about checking in with stuff. More so even than I need him to check in. But anyway, that sounded fun, and I'll be interested to see what he thinks of that cafe versus Write Me Out up here. I know he loves Write Me Out, and it's fine for him to have one down there that he loves too. So anyway, I'm not sure if Michelle's here yet or not, but it's time to go shop. Michelle just left home, so I'll go inside and start my shopping, and she'll catch up with me. God, it's so pretty out here. Thank God. Looks like the first part of February is supposed to be above average temps and above average rain. That would all sound great to me. You're Chihuahua, and we're just looking at the balloon dog. I was telling Michelle there's a Lego minifigure thing they hold, and it's a little balloon dog. It's blue usually.
I'm wondering, you see, we have one of the animatronics of Killer Clowns, and they were using a balloon dog to find the humans to capture them. Okay. And I'm thinking
maybe a prop for Halloween.
For Shorty.
Well, I like how it's iridescent. It might show up good at the lights is what I was wondering. And you probably can take the earmuff thing off.
Yeah, I think I can. Yep.
There's Donnie. I'm walking up here just to give him a hug and a kiss and tell him thank you for bringing the 3D print that finished and supplying it as part of Michelle's gift today.
Oh, he spoiled me.
Yeah, I saw this really handsome guy up here in the white Tesla, and I had to come and say hello.
Look at where is that guy?
Hello, Mr. Dawn.
Oh, Miss Michelle, what do you got there, girl?
Well, this is going to be for one of my Killer Clowns from outer space. We have an animatronic named Shorty. And when they're after the human beings in the movie, they're using these dogs to track the humans down.
Wow.
See, they eat them.
Killermatronics.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, oh my God, it's totally hilarious.
We're not trying to make you late. I don't know how much time you have, but
I don't have a lot. I got to be back at the house at noon, so I have a couple minutes.
Okay. No, nothing. We just,
I wasn't out to see me.
Oh, we walked up here just to see you.
Aww.
Since we saw you while we were switching stores.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. So
yeah, we started out at Thriftronics, and then we moved to Little Angel, and now we're headed to the big store. Good morning, Dee. We're in the big store, and there is some new Valentine's Day stuff. Like this deck rules: take a nap, feel the breeze, read a book, sip a drink, relax and unwind, listen to the birds, look at the stars. Horrible glare, but a powerful print at the Vietnam Memorial. And then look at these pretty blues over here. It's two pieces side by side, but it's pretty neat. I guess you could hang it either way. Do you need more bodies at your house?
Perfect.
It's store mannequins now, store mannequins. The potted planets. Oh my God, it's only $2. It's so cute. I looked over there and I didn't see it, Michelle. How did I miss it? How did I miss it? Right. This is a cat blanket. It's one of the Kohl's blankets, and yeah. Oh wow. Thank you for not letting me miss it. Well, I found this great starfish hand towel for her in her color. She loves peachies and orangies, and she's got mermaids everywhere, so starfish is a good compliment. And yeah, they do a lot of games at Michelle's house downstairs in the horror gaming room, and this is a Harry Potter. It looks new and it's only $4, so that's going home. It's a different kind of office work desk environment there. It's very tall. See, it's super tall. It's Jack, and it's Jack with the zipper. Is it a name brand? Ariel size, not your size. Let's show us from the front. Oh, he's so cute. It has to work. It has to work. We're shopping for Ariel again because, you know, wow, this is some interesting patterns, flowers there.
Very kind of goth, Lolita kind of looking.
Okay. Well, we're having fun, and you know what? We can't be but a couple weeks away from spring coming back out.
Thank God.
And Ray Dunn stuff, they've got some neat ones here. There's a Let It Snow and a Snowman. I like the Easter Bunny one, and they're just so plain, but somehow I still like them. Do I get to leave a message? Marianne was here.
You might cut yourself. It's awfully gritty.
Tesla wannabe. I spook you. Well, it looks like you'd have to use your water bottle to make your finger wet. It's like not really, it's, you know what it is? It's that salt crap. It's not regular dirt. It's that, yeah.
It's like sandpaper.
Yeah. Well, be careful with your pretty newish paint.
They cut my arm. Oh God. Windows.
We did good in there today. We did good.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
I can't wait for next week.
They were willing to work with me on the price of the cat blanket.
Oh yeah.
They had accidentally put it at the new price at Kohl's, and all I did was show them that it was the new price, and they cut it in half. So I was very pleased. So I got a kitty cat blanket and stuff.
Yeah, and a kitty cat drying mat. And,
yep, and a Melody from Sanrio Squishmallow for Sam. Yep. So all right, I think it's for one of Sam's girl friends. Yes. A friend of his is into Sanrio stuff, so.
Can't beat the price.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yep. All right.
All right. I love you, girl.
We're loving this weather.
I love it.
We're loving it. Oh, we didn't show your purse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you showed it, but not when I was filming.
Yeah. The evil queen, because, you know, the dagger through the heart, that's my symbol.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I had to run out and get the
purse.
Yeah.
And you said you got it where?
I got this at Gabriel Brothers for like $10.
Brothers. Okay.
And then, yeah, this is a Loungefly, though.
Okay. Well, wait, cool. It's looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah, love my dagger through the heart stuff, so.
Ruby got so warm in the parking lot, I'm having to run the air conditioner. I realize some people would put the windows down, but I am anti-wind in my face. I've just never liked it. Mostly because it moves my hair around. Even when my hair is up, it moves my hair around. But anyway, I thought you guys would appreciate the running the air conditioner on the second to the last day of January. Yes, baby! North Carolina winter is back! Ruby is working on telling me what the real temperature is. When she first came on, it said 74. You know, it seems to me, I used to think Ruby had the most accurate temperature ever. And that's because, I guess, I want to say that she used to keep, here, let me turn down the fan a little bit because that's probably annoying. You can hear her, she's loud. She's humming along with that air conditioner, baby. I didn't crank it. I just put it on 70 in manual, or 70 in auto, and that was just, like I said, it had gotten pretty warm in here. Anyway, I think she used to remember the temperature and tell you what it was versus the current reading when you got in the car. Like back in the day, like back when I got her, it seemed to always be accurate. I'd get in and out of places and it was never elevated. And now I think it's a brand new temperature reading right when you get in. I would go out on a limb and say that some software developer, software engineer, twiddled with the code for showing the temperature over Ruby's lifetime. I'm just gonna go out on a limb there. She's down to 69 and it's not dropping anymore, but we'll see when we get to the house. So getting the kitty cat, it's the big one blanket from Kohl's, and it's peachy and it had the kitty cats on it. Getting that today was sort of probably my bucket list item. I got a couple of rolls of wrapping paper for $2 for both, which was good. I really, birthday kind of paper, generic paper, I like that. And Michelle got that really nice shadow box for $10. There was a ton of stuff I looked at Thriftronics but didn't end up getting. And yeah, down to 67. I really didn't think it was 69. But yeah, I won't be surprised if we're somewhere between 62 and 64 by the time she stops, or maybe we are up to 67 degrees today. I'm not complaining. I will complain when the ants come out, the mosquitoes come out, and it's too sweaty to stay outside for more than 30 seconds without needing to take a shower and change clothes, but that's not today. So, did I mention that I am now reading the books from the Silo series? The first book is Wool. Hugh Howey is the author. I'm actually listening to them. Does that count as reading? I mean, to me, they're the same thing, but maybe, you know, some people don't count it if you don't see the words with your eyes. Anyway, I just cannot say enough good things about Silo, both the first 2 seasons on Apple and the books. There are a few differences in the books, but this is not one of those times where, oh wow, the book is so much better than the TV show, or the other way around. They're just both really good, and I guess I'm sort of just having fun with you know, figuring out the subtle differences or gaining more information that helps in the book what I saw on the show, or in the show they handled that with a little more detail. So anyway, super enjoyable. I think for most people you should do both. You should listen and you should read. See, it started out with me wanting to get the books because Apple's currently filming. I think they've already totally committed to seasons 3 and 4, and they're filming season 3 or 4 right now, and I'm hoping there's going to be another drop later this year, because I'm like desperate for more of it. Real science fiction that's not horror and that's not comedic. It's just like real dystopian kind of science fiction stuff. I long for more. I don't know. I long for more stuff like that. Although I guess, you know, maybe you could say it's not really science. There's not really that much quote unquote science fiction in it. But there is definitely some. There's definitely some. So anyway, recommend Silo. I think there's, I want to say 2 seasons, 8 episodes out there. It would be a great binge watch over the course of a week. I am loving it and wanting more television shows like that. So $2 flag, but I'm going to save that for Easter, spring. The $2 for the 2 rolls of birthday wrapping paper. I got myself a shirt. She's kneading my blanket. I just hope these glued on sequins don't come off the very first wash. It's got flowers in there. I just love the colors. Shirts are $4.50. This is a drying mat for dishes. It has kitty print on it. I don't know what they charged me for it. It was probably $1. It does have the new tag, but it wasn't new marked, so I don't know. At most, I'm sure it was $2. Like I said, I got the blanket for $7. They had accidentally marked it up, and you know, when you don't act like a jerk and you ask nicely and you show them, you know, it's different. It's kind of like Tesla service. If you go up there with, you know, a real attitude and stuff, they're just not service people are just not going to be as motivated to help. Anyway, I love the blanket and this box. The box was $2. This is nicer than your standard cardboard box that you would get at Michael's. It's like double the thickness. So There was one other thing for Dawn, and that Sanrio Melody Kitty Cat Squishmallow for Sam. I just left that in a bag in the car. And there might be 2 Squishmallows in this bag, but, you know, we don't talk about bringing Squishmallows into the house, so not going to show them. I'm just teasing, sort of. You didn't know, since you suggested wind socks out here instead of another American flag, that meant there needed to be one for every holiday?
That's right.
And that you own it because I can't reach it. I'm not too lazy to reach it, but I can't reach it. So, bye-bye, snowflake.
Well, it could still snow.
Have you looked at the long-range forecast?
No.
We don't get accumulated snow after the second week in February, and it's not looking good for... I don't care anymore since we had snow.
We had snow, so she's satisfied.
I'm so over that now. On to the next thing. Oops.
I just needed the steps. That's all I needed.
Well, you do actually need some steps. Today's a good day to do it, since we only walk for 30 minutes and not, you know, right at or a little shy of a mile. So
my watch's been telling me I'm doing great getting all my hourly things in.
Oh, we got a problem.
What's that?
The little piece of cardboard is still on it. Let me go get the scissors. You go get the pole and I'll get the scissors. I love it, but we're eradicating winter. I mean, the snowflakes were awesome. The blue this January, I enjoyed it so much, and I realized February starts Saturday, but with your birthday being early February, I try not to make you help me with holiday decorations, at least not on your birthday. So, plus you got to make use of the weather. It was 64 in Ruby when I got out of the car, by the way. There goes my flag delivery person, flag swap person, swap. Yeah, I always pick one of those super nicer ones for out at the street.
You see the puppy dog? He's big.
Yeah. I had this guy for over 10 years, but he's not been out in a while. That's why he's white and he looks nice. When I had the parties for the kids in my old garage for holidays, I always put him up in the garage. He says indoor only. Don's not too worried about him. And here's my bear, which has been out the last few years. And like I said, there's a gnome that Amazon is bringing, but they haven't brought it yet. Technically, I'm 6 flags short, but I did get flags swapped where I have flags to swap. Hopefully Tux and Stripe aren't going to fight over me here. No, I am a little worried. Hey, Stripe. I know. He will be angry at you. I'm just showing you the flags. And there's one really nice one down across the bridge, a very bright red one. I always try to put super bright colors over there. And I did put, excuse me, the Valentine's Day one that I bought at Guardian Angel a week or so ago up, a different one, a new one for this year. So, yeah, there you have it. We are pretty ready outside now. Pretty ready outside. Hi. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. Don will get around to taking the snowflake down, but for right now it's pink. Okay, how cute is that? Very cute, right? There, you see a little bit more at the bottom. In the other bathroom, which I can't quite get far enough away, there's Stripe keeping us company for Valentine's Day. I do still love my Hallmark ornaments, and Michelle picked these up for me in the super end of year clearance. I've seen them go up to even 90% off. I don't know how much she paid, but she knew I would appreciate these, and she handed these to me today. Plus, the minifigures she picked up for me are in there too. Dang, that girl got me Tweety Bird too. I told her she better not hand me anything else on Valentine's Day. That was really nice of her. On the other side, yeah, I guess you have your choice of white heart or red Pretty cool. Oh my God, it's too cute for words. Just so you know, there are 3 or 4 other gnome designs. They'd better not go on sale.
They have wings?
I don't know. This one has wings. Oh my God, it's too cute.
I have to say,
I mean, how
it's pretty
cute can that be?
Yeah.
Last meal with the snowflakes. There is a steak underneath there somewhere. It's clouded up on us. We're done with our meal. It's just a little after 5. I guess it's also starting to get dark. I am changing out the gel clings, the hearts, you know, putting stuff away. I'm going to probably work for an hour. I'm not going to finish today with everything in there, but I'm going to try to get it looking pretty good out here. Hi. You're so cute. Cute, cute, cute. We'll get a better look at this wreath in the daylight tomorrow, but it's turned out pretty fabulous if you ask me. We've got robot Valentine guy there. And the table has been transformed fabric-wise. My Valentine's Day Legos and some other stuff are in those boxes, need to come out tomorrow. I found 5 or 6 more mini flags. Those ones I bought a few weeks ago, they weren't in the regular spot, so I think I got enough for every flagpole outside. I switched out the tea light holders and got to find a box for the Christmas tree. And there's a few snow babies and a few of those Sakura mugs and Christmas blue snowflake things on the tree. There's a few things on the tree I need to pack. Oh, Marty. Nighttime. Hi, honey. Marty. Marty. Nighttime. Nighttime. Come here, honey. Come here, Nighty. Come on, nighttime. Come on. I got him blocked. You just come right where you wanted to come. He should know better. It's your house. It's okay. Maybe a magenta bow instead of red. Probably a couple more conversation hearts would be nice. I sort of do like the ones better on the new wreath that are raised instead of recessed. Not hugely, but a little bit. And mostly I just need to print a white riser because that green one is going to drive me nuts. I like it. It's come out pretty good. I decided to go with white instead of green. More contrast, I guess. Anyway, there it is. I took apart one of the 2 that I had, and I haven't not quite took this one apart yet.